lads.
Oh.
Right.
What do you think of those conditions, Sam? Do you think worse than that, Everton?
Never. I've never experienced conditions like those, either as a player or as a coach or a manager, like I mean. And I was wondering at one stage if it had actually carried on any longer, whether the referee might have thought of actually calling this game off, you know, because I think if it came down blizzard-wise, I don't think any of us could have seen correctly to have maybe continued the game and it started sticking. But we were warned before the game. Obviously, we all knew about the weather, and Stoke had in advance had painted out the lines blue, and so obviously in the end, mastering the conditions was a part of today's. Could we do it better than the opposition? And I think that both sets of players did their very best in trying to master those conditions and did the best they could to make it an entertaining game. And for us, because of the quality of our front man today, we've won the game. And we've capitalised on, obviously, Stoke going down to 10 men. And we've secured another 3 points. And gladly, for me particularly, it's away from home.
You're playing a very cautious game. Were you playing the waiting game?
Not really. We were playing. We've got the conditions to contend with, which means it's going to be a lot more difficult to find the right passes in these conditions to break down the 10 men of Stoke once they've gone down to 10 men. So you have to create the opportunities and then try and take advantage of them. And that became easier as the second half went on, because we started to probe that little bit quicker and that little bit faster. I think in the first half it was more difficult because Stoke, one, was getting behind the ball quicker, and two, shutting off more spaces. So I think as the game wore on, those spaces opened up a little bit more and we capitalised on them. And what you want is, you want the top quality marksman to turn the game in your favour. And I think that Cenk has done that today. And the only thing we slipped up on today was the free kick that we gave Stoke, and we lost the goal for it, which we made up with Jake scoring the winner for us.
Do those two goals underline his recent improvement?
Yeah, absolutely adapted much quicker than lots of front men who come from abroad into the Premier League for the first time, particularly in January. And I think taking him out of the firing line and giving him the opportunity to get to know the players, particularly in Dubai, do the extra training he's done, and we've seen the full benefit of that now. And goals have been a bit of a shortfall for us this season at Everton, and if he's going to be the one that can get into double figures and turn the game like he's turned the game today, that would be great. He did it last week because you never know at 1-0 against Brighton, but he popped up for the second one to make it 2, and he's a big part of and certainly the major reason why we won today.
What would you view of the red cards, Sam?
I haven't really seen it again, but it looked obviously pretty dangerous the way he slid in, and of course he caught Wayne right across the shins. So in today's what referees are looking for today, I suppose you could see why he's given the red card.
It was more dangerous because of the conditions. Do you think the player has to take that into account for the challenge?
I don't think it's more dangerous because of the conditions, because it's the way he slid in. I think in any of the conditions today, sliding in like that means it's they see it as reckless, and I think that he had no hesitation, did he? So the sad thing for Paul and his players, that would have been the last thing he wanted today when they're struggling in the bottom three. So I can see why they'd be upset about that. But obviously we've capitalised on them going down to 10 men by winning the game.
How much improvement is there to come in total, Sam?
I think from a finishing point of view, he's got that in his locker. I think that I think from maybe build up a play and hold up play a little bit better, but certainly we wouldn't want to distract him from getting in the box and finishing like he did. I think he's got the whole array finishing in his locker. That's what I'm pleased about. Heading, left foot, right foot, in the box, in the 6-yard box, tappings, follow-ups. He's got this knack of being in the right place at the right time, and he was certainly that with the quality of the second finish particularly. And the first one, he was the man that was still hanging around to get it in when we looked like we weren't going to score after the first two attempts. He pops it in for the first one. So it looks like he's got that knack, which is what you can't coach or what you can't develop. It seems to be born with that instinct on where to be. Okay, thank you.